Hi, my name is Wara Sardana from name 2025 Empathy 1 Empathy 1289 from Universitas Esa Unggul, and I want to talk about an Indonesia fairly tale athlete, the Situ Bagendit. Nyai Bagendit was a wealthy widow who lived in a prosperous village among the villagers. She was known as the richest person around. Her greenhouse stood like a place filled with fine jewelry, luxury fabric, and precious ornament. Dozens of servants bustled about and tending to her every need. Despite her riches, Nyai Bagendit was infamous for her arrogance and cruelty. She had no compassion for others and rarely offered help even when people were in desperate need. Whenever villagers found themselves in financial trouble, they often had no choice but to borrow money from her. But Nyai Begendit changed them with step interest demanding double the amount upon repayment if they failed to repay her on time. She would send her servants to seize their belongings, showing no mercy. Her heart was especially cold towards beggars, believing they were lazy and worthless. She refused to give them food or shelter, and never once showed pity when they knocked on her door. One day, an old beggar woman came to Nyai Bagendit's house. Her clothes were tattered, her body thin and fiery from hunger. With trembling hands, she stood at the gate, hoping for a little kindness. But as soon as Nyai Bagendit saw her, her soul lit with disgust and shouted harshly, "Go away, you lazy old woman! Get off my property!" She snapped. "Please, Nyai," the beggar pleaded weakly, her voice shaking. "Just a little food, or a few coins. I haven't eaten in days." "Food? Coins? Who do you think I am, a clergy? This is my home, not a restaurant." Nyai Bagendit sneered. Without a second thought, she grabbed a stone from the ground and hurled it at the poor woman. The beggar staggered back, hurt more by the cruelty than the stone. Her eyes filled with sorrow, and she said in a calm yet powerful voice, "Nyai Bagendit, you may be the wealthiest person in this village, but your heart is empty. You never share your blessing or show gratitude to the Almighty. Your greed and pride will not go unpunished. Remember my words. The day of judgment is near." With that, the old beggar slowly turned and walked away, leaving behind a heavy silence that even Nyai Bagendit could not ignore. "Ha ha ha!" Nyai Bagendit laughed mockingly. "You are right. I am the richest person in this village. No one can touch me. Not even God can punish me." With a proud toss of her head, she turned and walked back into her greenhouse, still echoing with cruel laughter. But her arrogance would not last long. Moments later, the ground beneath her home began to tremble. A stranger, deep rumble filled the air, unlike anything the village had ever heard. Nyai Bagandit froze. Her golden chandeliers sewed widely, her shelves of treasure clattered to the floor. Suddenly, the air split open with a throat crack right beneath her house. The mansion crumbled like a sandcastle, swallowed by the widening flames. Nyai Bagandit screamed in terror. "Help me, please! Somebody help me!" she cried out, her voice full of fear and regret. But no one came. No one dared to go near. What shocked the village most was that the earthquake only struck Nyai Bagandit house. The rest of the village remained still and unharmed. They watched in silence as Granny Woman and all her race disappeared into the north. And then, just as suddenly, calm returned from the deep hole left behind. Weather began to rise. It froze steadily, filling the space where Nyai Bagandit's home once stood. In time, a beautiful lake formed in this place. The villagers stood around it in a way they understood then. It was a divine punishment, a reminder that wealthy without kindness leads only to ruin. Since that day, the lake has been known as Situ Bagandit, the Lake of Bagandit, a name that carries the tale of Gertly and the justice that followed. Thank you for listening. Bye.